Welcome to Dagnabbit Boys Comfort Edition. We're comfortable. We're feeling good. And that's going to affect the tone of the podcast from here on.
Yeah, we switched things up. We got a big investment and influx of money from an unnamed source, very famous comedian. He just said the only thing is that he wants the chairs to be reminiscent of Club Random.
Yes. So shout out to that comedian, whoever it is.
And just wanted to apologize for certain things we've said in the past regarding the Israel-Palestine situation. We were misguided. We were wrong. And it's clear now that the fighting will stop in Israel once Hamas stops killing people.
Yeah. Hamas has got to stop killing their own people. I mean, and then blaming it on Israel. It's always the Jews. They're always blaming the Jews. Everybody everywhere always blaming the Jews.
Cancel culture is bad. It's also something they wanted us to say. Woody Allen was canceled, and that is worse.
Antifa is fascism?
Antifa's, first off, real.
Yes.
Antifa exists. It's an organized group of people that are committing coordinated attacks against business owners and white community leaders.
And if you're white, you should be scared of Antifa.
I think so, right?
I know I am.
I wonder if any of the people that talk about Antifa ever say that. It would just be such a funny way of telling on yourself, where you're like, if you're white, you should be afraid of Antifa. It's like, do you think all white people are fascists?
And we'll answer that question right now. No white people are fascists.
It's so...
Unless they have blue hair, I guess.
Yes, right? Yeah.
Do you think in 30 years they'll still be saying that like left-wing people have blue hair?
Sure.
When do you think that'll go away? Because it's like I don't remember the last time I ran into somebody that had like colored hair like that.
It'll only go away when that brand of leftism gets a new style.
Yeah.
Because before it was like long hair.
Oh,
it was long hair for a while.
It's always hair.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's like such a direct way of expressing yourself. And it often has to do with like your occupation.
Yeah.
So if you see a guy with, like if you see your long hair and beard, you're like, he probably doesn't work at Goldman Sachs.
Yeah. Yeah, you probably, yeah.
But people see me and they're like, that guy probably does work at Goldman Sachs.
And then they beat the shit out of you.
And then I have to, they beat the fucking shit out of me. But then these fucking broke idiots, after they beat the shit out of me, they're like, can you give me financial advice? And it's like, yes, invest in whatever company is killing the most people overseas.
You always got to invest in whatever the most evil company is.
I was talking about that with our friends, because like, if you get into investing, you realize the only way to make like stable money is to invest in like defense contracting.
Yeah.
Or like, bonds and like governments and shit.
You know what? We need to work for an evil corporation, because a lot of people we know, well, no, that's not true, but a lot of people that you see in coffee shops that are doing like their work at home jobs are working for evil corporations.
It's crazy to work for Palantir from home.
Yeah.
Like, you're not even going into an office to make AI weapon systems to fucking kill kids.
You know what I was thinking about
last night? At least have
to
look somebody in the eye.
You know what I was thinking about last night is all these evil jobs, the like stay-at-home jobs, it's like really funny because they're going to be replaced by AI like pretty immediately. And then you'll be out of work, and then you'll just have to look at yourself in the mirror and be like, I did all that for like a middle-class income, and now I have none of it.
Yeah, you're saying
I just sold my soul for nothing. For fucking nothing.
You're saying that before the podcast. It's not a good time to be like pragmatic, because the world's not really stable enough to be pragmatic. Pragmatic kind of requires like something to hold on to. But everything is kind of changing so quickly and getting worse that if you're like, I'll just do the sensible thing, it's like, well, the sensible thing might just be like phased out of existence in 5 years.
Well, the thing about the sensible thing is it's pretty easy to replace the sensible thing.
The sensible thing is a pretty simple thing.
Yeah.
That kind of any idiot could do. That's why you did it.
Yeah, you did it because you're stupid, and you did it because you're cynical. And now you're going to be homeless. Nice going, dipshit. Good going.
You do have to be either... You have to pretty much you just have to... I mean, if they're not going to change the system, then you have to own something. And you can either do that by being evil or being creative, or at the tippy top, it's both, which is the scariest, guys. The evil creatives...
Yeah.
The guys with a huge imagination for new ways to, like, explode a child from the inside out from across the world.
We invented aid that kills you.
We made rice that is bombs. This kid just ate a bowl of rice. He doesn't know he's got 3,000 bombs inside of his stomach right now. That guy. I think there's probably no way the CIA, at least during the Cold War, did not try and put bombs or some sort of tracking in rice.
Maybe like germs?
There's definitely rice bombs. Now I feel like I've definitely heard something about this. Google rice bombs.
Okay.
We need Jamie.
Jamie, yeah. Jamie doesn't speak to me anymore.
I will explain the set. I moved to North Hollywood. I moved in with a family friend. Being single has now turned into a divorce because now I'm in fucking the Valley now. So that's where I'm at. Nothing like moving to the Valley.
Yeah, you're a divorced fucking 26-year-old.
I'm just trying to pick up the pieces of my life right now, and I'm only 26.
I can only find meals that are rice bombs.
Fuck.
Maybe that's what you heard of. Maybe you're hungry. You know you're not you when you're hungry?
I was about to say, because I'm not being me right now.
Yeah.
And it sucks because people watch this for the real me, and if I don't eat before, they just get a guy who's like, oh.
People do love our authenticity.
Is a burger a grenade? It's not me. That's how they were trying to kill Castro. They were just fucking putting grenades in burgers, hoping he'd eat it.
And they don't know that Castro is so tough and badass, he can eat a grenade.
They tried to kill him so many times, it was crazy.
Yeah, I've read a lot. They tried to kill Castro, and it just never worked because God was on his side.
I mean, literally
At a certain point, you got to be like, God is literally on this guy's side. God isn't even on JFK's side.
No.
JFK got before Castro.
They tried to kill him once, and they did it flawlessly. And it's sure they killed another guy, but that doesn't mean it wasn't flawless.
Yeah.
Other people don't matter to the guys doing that. But I mean, if you look at the numbers of how many, like they tried to kill him like 157 times or something. You try and kill a guy that many times and you don't. It's like, truly, that is the most convincing argument for God I've ever heard. I don't believe in God, but if you tell me you try to kill a guy 157 times with like the best military apparatus in the world and you couldn't, God wanted that guy to live.
God was like, we really want to develop the best healthcare system in the world.
Didn't he die like recently?
He died a couple years ago.
Crazy. It's so crazy because you only see pictures of him in black and white, and they teach and I think it's definitely an American thing, they teach about him like he's a figure from 100 years ago. But the guy was just still alive over there in Cuba, just being like, no.
He died in 2016.
That's crazy.
He died a couple weeks after Donald Trump got
He saw Donald Trump getting elected and was like, I won.
Yeah.
I absolutely beat these guys.
I don't need to be here anymore.
And his son runs the country, right?
No. I think it's a different guy. It's a different they got a different guy.
I thought his son was in on it. Which is not really a good look.
Yeah.
He shouldn't really be having a kingdom over there.
No, his son doesn't run it.
What is this? His son doesn't do anything? I would have sworn his son was doing a little something.
Let me look up who runs Cuba.
Who runs it?
Who runs
it? Bad Bunny.
Who run it?
Bad Bunny runs it. I know he's not Cuban, but there's no way they don't fuck with that guy. If you have an island...
So yeah, no. It's Miguel Diaz-Canel.
He's
the
not.
Communist Party of Cuba is the ultimate ruling power in the one-party state. Yeah, he's the first non-Castro guy.
But there was another Castro.
That's
what I'm saying. I feel like his son took over after him. I feel like Castro stepped down, and then his son popped in.
Oh, Raul. Yeah, his brother, right? His brother.
Okay. That's not good for communism to be like, here's my brother. Not that we don't do that in America. We've had multiple presidents whose sons became president, and that's insane.
His brother was only president for like 10 years. But also imagine like if you're Castro and you like
everybody's trying to kill you
and everybody loves you and they're like, here's my brother, and they're like, ooh.
They're like, okay.
All right, if we can't have you,
it's probably similar.
We can have younger brother.
How long was Castro in power? Did they have terms over there, or are they just
I think he was in power for like 50 years.
Sometimes you got to do that, though.
Yeah. Well, if it's not broke, don't fix it.
I mean, objectively, if you stage a revolution and it works and you're a good guy, you should rule for 50 years.
Yeah.
That is the thing is, like, kings would be awesome if they were cool about it.
You know, Castro could dunk.
Could he?
Yeah,
is that true?
He could dunk.
Are they playing b-ball in Cuba?
He might have maybe I'm wrong on this, but he might have invented dunking.
There's no possible way that's true.
All right.
If that's true, then I'm going communist. Not that I'm anti-communist, but if he didn't invent dunking. But God, you should tell people that.
He was really good at the Euro step. Is
that true?
Yeah.
Did you just read that?
Yeah. Yeah. Che Guevara hated it.
Che Guevara hated basketball?
He hated how good Fidel was at basketball.
You're not riffing? This is just what you're reading. This is what the Google AI is telling you?
This is just what online is saying, yeah. That Fidel is just really good at it. He's just so awesome, dude. He's the sickest guy.
I gotta check out more of what Fidel's up to.
Fidel seems to be into some crazy, cool-ass shit.
I mean, he has a great style. He smokes cool cigars. Remember that time he pulled up to the ops house?
He pulled up to the ops house?
He pulled up and took a picture in front of the White House when they were trying to kill him. He's a picture from like the fucking 70s. And he's in front of the White House dressed just like Fidel Castro, like in his like literally in a Fidel Castro costume. Like
motherfucker went to O-Block.
He's got the whole he literally pulled up to the ops house and was smoking a cigar, like just smoking on his ops in front of the White House, and was like, yeah, nice fucking country, dumbass.
And he's just looking around at all the cars, just like, these look ugly.
Yeah.
I like our 50s cars.
That, I think, is why Cuban communism has sustained so long, is that cool cars.
Yeah, it's weird because a lot of classic car guys, if you mention communism to them, they'd be like, that never works. But it's like, if you went to Cuba, you'd be in paradise.
I think also, speaking of high modernism, Cuba also seems to work because, as far as I know, there wasn't like grand city planning. Like a lot of, communism has that high modernist thing where they're like, let's go to the future, and that's like, let's rebuild the whole world. And I think Cuba was like, we got cool buildings, we got hot ladies, we got cigars, we got cars. Let's just keep all that, but also divide the wealth.
You know what movie I should rewatch is I Am Cuba. That's like a propaganda movie, I think, from the 60s. That's like one of the most gorgeous movies ever made. There's a lot of money put into it.
What was up with Che Guevara? Because, can I be honest, the only thing I know about him is that, like, white people in middle school like to have a T-shirt with him on it.
I don't really know.
Right?
Yeah, I don't know what his deal was.
Because he wasn't the leader of anything. He was just an activist. But is he Cuban?
Yeah. He was part of the whole thing. He was part of the whole revolution.
He, like, helped Fidel.
Yeah.
And then did he work in the government? Like, where was he at?
I think he got.
They killed him.
Yeah. He got.
Oh, he's a martyr.
Yeah.
Okay, that actually makes sense. I'd love to be martyred. Right now, I'm just getting martyred on fucking Reddit.
Oh, yeah, we were talking about martyrdom. I wrote in my notes that there's no martyrdom anymore. Every martyr's just getting downsized. Like, you don't get martyred, you just lose your job.
Yeah, I mean, now a martyr, you become like, well, if you're lucky, you become like Edward Snowden.
Yeah.
And you get to live in the embassy, like Sweet Life of Zack and Cody, for a couple of years.
That's awesome.
Not a lot of people talk about that. He had a bit of a Sweet Life of Zack and Cody. He lived in a hotel. He never left. That was his whole
I would
life.
love to live in a hotel.
Then you should leak secrets of the government and sprint to an embassy.
I'm just gonna like throw out some secrets and just see maybe if they'll come after me. Just become like a guy who's just guessing on his leaks.
Ooh. I kind of like that.
I feel like if you guessed enough leaks, some of them would be right.
Just be like, Trump and Netanyahu met at Mar-a-Lago while Biden was still in office and decided to continue the war so Trump could be the one to end it. And then see if that's right.
Yeah.
I saw a guy
probably.
I saw a guy just post that on Threads, and I was like, no source, no other information, just a statement. And I was like, yeah, right? That's what Nixon did with fucking
I'm going to leak some fake quotes from Charlie Kirk about Israel.
Well, he was going off on him.
Yeah.
He flipped. So they'd be real. That wouldn't really be a leak. He was pretty open about it. He started calling it a genocide.
What if I was like, here's some leaked quotes from Charlie Kirk about Benjamin Netanyahu, and I just take diss tracks? Like, I take diss tracks and just change the name.
You say that Charlie Kirk said, fuck your bitch in the click you claim. West Side, why we ride, come equipped with game. He said that to Netanyahu. Charlie Kirk reportedly told Benjamin Netanyahu and Ben Gvir, you claim to be players, but I fucked your wives. This was only a week before the shooting, drawing considerable suspicion on the Israeli Knesset, possibly conspiring to kill Charlie after such inflammatory statements were made.
Yeah, the Charlie Kirk was kind of a rat beef, like, it was like Western world, Middle East, rat beef.
I was talking with our friend Dan, maybe I already said this, but I was talking with our friend Dan about how Charlie Kirk is sort of the white people's King Von. He's absolutely like MAGA's King Von. Because he talks so much shit, and then he got killed. But the problem is MAGA doesn't understand how beef works.
Yeah.
Because all of King Von, like anybody
the thing is, they want to crack down on beef, and throughout history, you'll understand you can't crack down on beef.
Because there's always beef and somebody's got it.
Yeah.
Beef is like energy. It can't be created or destroyed.
Yeah.
It just moves from one place to another. Drake had the beef with Kendrick, and then it moved to Charlie and Netanyahu. And the thing about Israel is that, like, they're actual shooters.
Yeah, well, the guy who got... So, if we're talking Biggie and Tupac, then, like, Benjamin Netanyahu is Diddy.
Yeah.
And the Tyler Robinson is the guy who got Biggie and Tupac.
Yeah. So Charlie is Biggie and Tupac.
You combined.
How does the audience feel about us saying that Charlie Kirk is like if you combined Biggie Smalls and Tupac Shakur? If you took like the flow Biggie had and the lyrical excellence that Tupac had, and you put it into one person, you get Charlie Kirk.
Yes.
And we're not fans of Charlie Kirk, but facts are facts.
Facts don't care about your feelings is the thing. We're truth tellers, and plus he kind of had like the kind of freestyle type.
He was a bit of a freestyle.
He's a freestyle, a Big L.
Yeah.
He was kind of like that.
Yeah.
So he's also Big L.
Yeah. Well, like he kind of had that sort of like on the stoop kind of cypher flow that, a lot of those early Brooklyn guys had. And the Hood did show him love. Everybody knows the Hood loved Charlie Kirk.
Yeah. Black people really gave a shit.
Mm-hmm.
I worked an all-black comedy show the day Charlie Kirk got. It was a sad day.
I was in 3rd Ward when Charlie got shot. I was in 3rd Ward. I was in PA. And, yeah, I mean, motherfuckers were sad. They were shooting guns in the air.
They poured one out.
Scarface made a speech for the community.
Scarface doesn't get enough credit for being one of the greatest lyricists of the 20th century.
I think it was because the South hadn't gotten its due yet. I think that's the generally accepted consensus of Scarface fans.
You know a controversial thing I'm going to say? I think he's better than Biggie and Tupac.
A lot of people. Well, he was called like the Southern Tupac. People would call him that.
I think he's better.
Yeah, but I'm just saying
he just coaches coaches football now.
you got to do that.
He's just
Snoop
awesome.
Dogg does that.
Oh yeah.
Once you become an OG, you need to coach football.
Anyway, let's get back to this Charlie Kirk being. What other rappers is he? Well, he's kind of like Eminem too, but like
Charlie Kirk is like the Scarface, and then Nick Fuentes is like Bushwick Bill.
Okay.
And then who would be the Willie D in like the right wing spear? Because like Charlie and Nick, because as far as I know, Charlie was generally accepted as the more wholesome Christian one. Nick Fuentes is just like a open like Nazi.
Yeah.
And then so that would be because Bushwick was sort of a horrorcore rapper, and Nazism is kind of horrorcore.
It's kind of the horrorcore of ideology.
But who's like the Willie D? Who's like the maybe just Alex Jones?
That's what I was thinking, yeah,
right?
Alex Jones.
But I feel like there's also somebody younger. I mean, there's that one guy, Alex Stein, but he's more of just like he's like a right-wing guy, but he just like pranks people. He doesn't really have a lot of opinions, I feel like. Oh, and then there's also that one guy. Well, Ben Shapiro should be in there. Because
what about Steven Crowder?
Yeah.
Steven Crowder could be Bushwick Bill, because Bushwick Bill beat up on his woman.
Bushwick Bill, stop punching your lady knees. Come on. Yeah. But if right-wing guys are going to be the ghetto boys, the top three are like...
Isn't it funny with Bushwick Bill where like, yeah, he was kind of evil, but like, we get it. He's a black midget. I don't think I can even conceive of something harder.
It's also an immigrant.
Yeah, that's the hardest thing I could think of being.
Yeah.
Is a black man, midget, immigrant.
Yeah.
That's some tough shit.
Because you show up to Brooklyn and you're like, I'm from another country. And they're like, we haven't even gotten to that yet. You have to get bullied for 5 years about being short before we can talk about you being from Jamaica. Talking about eating oxtails and shit, which now everybody loves.
It's funny he would drink Everclear.
Was that his drink of choice?
Yeah. Everything about him was nuts.
Well, he was so tiny that he's like, everything I have to do has to be the most.
Yes.
Has to be the biggest. Large things come in very small packages.
Doesn't it suck that people think you're like a bad guy if you think that way? And it's like, yeah, but you have to. He's 3 feet tall. They're like, you're insecure, and it's like, you hate me. I'm 3 feet tall. You hate me.
Is anybody throwing the Napoleon complex card on like actual little people though? Because there is a weird thing where
I guess there's a level where you're so small, you know,
that people aren't going to be like, oh, you're mad because you're a short guy. But I do think
I feel like people mostly throw the Napoleon complex thing on like guys that are like 5'8". I feel like once you get below like 5'6", I feel like people stop throwing it.
No, I think they throw it on anybody who's like short but not a little person.
You think so?
Yes. Because I think little people get like really direct mean shit where people would just be like, look at you, motherfucker. But like anybody that's not a little person but is not like over 6 feet gets like a more constant flow of like subtle digs where people will like just mention you're small, will accuse you of being insecure, will like just bring it up because they're like, I don't have to feel bad for you. You don't have a disability.
Yeah.
But I do see you as physically less than me. So you exist in this gray space where it's like you're not part of a protected group.
Yeah.
But you are physically less than me. So I can throw stuff at you.
Yeah, I guess that's weird.
And I guess that's why, like, you know.
But I really feel like, I mean, I think being my size has its perks and it's got its cons, you know? It's like, I feel like I'm short enough that people are like, I feel like I'm short enough to not be normal. I feel like if you're like if you're like 5'7", people are like, you're normal, but for some reason I'm better than you.
I mean, I'm 5'9", and I really only get shit from just guys that are 6'3" and think that is the average height.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, I mean, in my experience, I'm saying like, people of more average heights treat me normally. But then like guys that are 6'3" are like think 6'3" is like the normal height to be. And they'll be like, "You're a little guy." And I'm like, "Well, technically I'm like normal height.
Yeah.
You're like very large."
I don't know. I think we're I want to say 6'1" to like 6'5" is like the no personality zone, and you get any bigger than that, you're back around to being like possibly good.
Huge guys are all pretty cool.
Like huge guys?
Yeah.
Yeah. Huge guys are like, I can't get into a car.
Unless like when they were really little, their dad was so awful to them that they kind of they subconsciously never grow out of that.
Yeah.
And they still think they have. When you meet a huge guy who thinks he has something to prove, it's crazy. Because you're like, you can already kill all of us.
Yeah.
So like physically, you're fine. You don't have to, you can walk into situations and nobody's going to punk you. But like if their dad beat them up enough, then they're like, you fucking, and then you're like, what are you doing? But you meet like our friend Andy Benedetti, he's like 6'8".
Yeah.
Or your friend John.
Yeah.
He's like 6'8", right?
And they're good people.
And they're just nice guys.
Yeah.
They're just humongous men who are funny.
Yeah.
And you go, this is nice. But if those guys
also there's a level of weight too of like, I don't know if I've ever met a skinny 6'4" guy that was funny or like good at anything.
But if they're a little chubby.
Yeah, if they're fat, they're like
a little spice to them.
Yeah, you start meeting a nice, good, like our friend Joey. He's a good guy. He's just large. That's the thing. There's a difference, I guess, between tall and large. And large, I guess, doesn't necessarily mean fat.
No. Even if they're technically fat, it just doesn't play that way.
Yeah.
Well, that's big. The word is big.
Yeah.
I even did Joey's set last night. I won't say his joke, but he was just talking about how he's a classically big guy.
Yeah.
And you do see Joey and you kind of feel like you met him before.
Yeah, yeah.
Because you've seen him in movies.
Yeah, yeah.
You've seen him in movies and you know that guy is a good time and he likes to have fun and he'll stick up for you.
He's a gentle soul.
He'll stick up for you behind the pharmacy when the roughneck boys are beating on you. He'll come out and say, "Fellas, what are you doing?"
Me and Joey did like a short film yesterday. We spent like a couple hours doing a short film. It's the easiest thing ever. He's the easiest guy to talk to ever.
Joey,
and he's like really like just genuinely very skilled at acting and like playing with other people. So it's like even with my like refusal sometimes to play with other people, he just is like gets it. Yeah. He like knows how to turn. He just knows how to play a scene.
No, he's like a wildly talented person. It's pretty crazy. Also, just conversationally, he can switch to very genuine conversation where he knows how to listen and respond in affirmative ways that also push the conversation forward.
Joey Cerrone, you're our guy of the week.
Yeah, Joey Cerrone's probably guy of the week. I envy Joey's ability to conversate a lot.
Yeah.
Because he's way better at it than me.
He said the other day, like, I'm bad at networking. And it's like, well, you're not bad, like, you're bad at networking as much as you're, like, actually a good person.
He said that?
Here's the thing about Joey.
That guy can talk to anybody.
Here's the thing about Joey, though, is he's, like, with that sort, like, networking, people that are, like, he's not doing it consciously. He's not, like, networking. Because he's just talking. He's just being a genuine good guy people like.
Yeah, but I think at his level, that's a fine guy to be.
Yeah.
Because he'll get stuff and he'll be at some after party for whatever festival he's on, and then he'll just talk to a guy and be a good guy to talk to.
Some people that are like, that focus themselves on networking are awful. Well, I feel like if you're like, I'm networking, then you're awful.
Anybody that is, consciously networking is not a great person.
It's like, you're a weed.
I mean, even like
a weed.
Even before you get to any kind of like moral, it's just sort of like they're just not a great guy to talk to.
Yeah,
usually, because when a guy like me talks to them and I don't have anything for them, they're just sort of like telling me shit, and I'm like, all right, I don't really give a fuck. I talked to, I won't say the name of the comedian, but I had a good conversation last night with a guy who I think is really funny, and it's just funny because we're both not great at talking to people.
Yeah.
But I was just telling him that I like thought the stuff he makes is very funny, and then he was like, "Oh, thank you." And then I was just like asking just like any leading questions.
Yeah.
And then he was happy to answer them. We just both didn't know how to keep the conversation going.
Yeah.
But I could tell that we were both like happy to talk to each other. And then like, you know, it was at the store, the conversation broke up a little, and I walked by, and then I walked by him again, and he was like, "You look a lot like this one comic." And that was just the start of that conversation. Then we did that. And then sometimes it's nice to talk to a guy where you're kind of looking him in the eyes and you're both just kind of like, man, neither of us know how to get into a flow. But I like that we're both giving this a shot.
You ever accidentally, like, you be talking to somebody that's also bad at talking, and then you say the wrong thing because you just want to talk, and then they're basically like, they're clearly like, why the fuck would you say that? I said something the other day to somebody I like really respect and think is talented that was just like, I haven't seen you around here in a while at the store. And they were just like, I just haven't been here. And it's like, and then it made me realize, oh yeah, that's like a really disrespectful thing to say.
You said that you hadn't been here?
Or I hadn't seen them in a while.
Oh. Well, that's okay. I mean, literally everybody does that. Every single time I go to the fucking store, I get booked once a week. A lot of people get booked once a week. Some people don't get booked at all. Every single time I go, people have been like, where have you been? And I'm like, I don't get booked every night.
Yeah.
It's such a loaded question that in any other space is normal.
Yeah.
In any other space, it's just like, I haven't seen you. But being seen at the store has a lot to do with your status with the booker.
Yeah.
So if it's like, I haven't seen you in a while, what you're telling me is like, you don't get booked here a lot. But they don't know they're telling me that.
Yeah.
Until I, with my impulsive talking and just anger issues, it's like, well, you know. But,
you ever say something really angry? Like, you say something that's, like, clearly off the, like, out of... You know, like, when you'll say something that's clearly, like, out of line, and then people just look at you for a second, and then they laugh? They're like, why the fuck would you say that?
I think sometimes that happens with people that aren't really sure what to say next.
Yeah.
Because most people, like, people that are good at talking can talk to somebody that they think is fucking insane and kind of don't like.
Yeah.
You could say something fucking insane, but if they're good at talking, they'll be like, yeah, well, you know, that's kind of like...
Yeah.
And they will affirm you, but also steer it back to a level they're comfortable with. And if you're aware of that, then you can just be like, all right, I'll go with you.
Sometimes I
like,
just say insane things. I mean, you've seen me do it. I'll say insane things because I'm like, I know they're just going to try to return the insane thing back to normal.
Yeah, I mean, I think it seems to work out for you because everybody you meet pretty much gets a read on you.
Yeah.
So whoever doesn't like you knows that pretty quickly, and whoever does, like, you're a pretty trustable guy to talk to.
Because I'm going to immediately be like, so you fucking sucking any hookers' dicks or something?
Yeah. You know, you're like John Candy. What's that speech? I'm the real deal. I'm the real... What's it? I'm the real package. What is it?
I don't know.
That line. It's a very funny line, but it's in that sad speech he gives. But have you ever, you know, when you're in a conversation and you realize that even though you're not that good at talking, I mean, you're better at talking to people than me, but sometimes I'm in conversations where I notice that I am the best communicator in the group, which is not a great sign because I'm not very social. And so then I'll go, okay, I'm the best communicator in this group. I have to speak. And then I'll just lead the conversation.
Yeah.
And I'll be way more social than I usually am. And then people just aren't giving me a lot back. And then that stops me from being social in the future because I'm like, I really threw it all out there and I didn't get much back.
I also think a thing about communicating that I've learned from, like, watching my dad. I think, like, if you are a dick, sometimes people will, like, be like, oh, this guy's a dick, he must be authority.
Yeah. I mean, if you're just fine to...
And I think I do that more than you.
Well, it's a certain amount of, like, it just makes... I think it makes people feel more comfortable in a way that they're like, oh, well, this guy's, like, he's just saying exactly how he feels. So we are not, like, playing around with niceties.
Yeah.
And there's not necessarily as many rules to this conversation as there usually are with a new person, you know? And so...
I think that's like a lot of times you'll meet a guy who's like really good at like sales and shit, and he'll be an asshole. He's just an asshole.
Yeah. I mean, people just like it when you say something that's like honest but a little uncomfortable.
Yeah.
I remember I read in a book that like if you're ever in a and this was not a book on how to fucking talk to people. I want to make that very clear. It was a book on how to not kill yourself, but they were talking about communication styles, and they're like,
I want to point out to the audience that's all the books that you own is either books on how to talk to people or books on how not to kill yourself.
No, I own books on many things, and about 5 of them are how to not kill yourself and punch other people in the face, which are a couple issues I am trying to deal with. For the most part, we're doing okay. I'm not punching anybody, and I'm still alive at the moment, but
we'll see.
Last night, I was definitely thinking about it. Not punching people. I would never do that.
I mean, you think about it. I mean, you know, if you're a person, you think about killing yourself a lot, you know?
But he was saying in the book that if you're in a boring conversation that's not going anywhere, that one of the best things you can do is just say to the other person, be like, this conversation is kind of boring.
Yeah.
Is to just look at them and be like, isn't this conversation boring? I haven't really done that, but I think it makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, I'll do that sometimes.
Because if you don't offend somebody, if you don't make it personal to them, if you just make it like this thing that we're both experiencing kind of sucks, doesn't it? They'll probably agree with you. And then maybe, you know, in a couple minutes, they'll tell you that their mom had sex with them or something. And then you go, okay, now we got some juice.
Ew.
You go, oh, gross. Was your dad there? And he goes, he was in the other room. And you go, oh, well.
He's in the corner. He's jacking his dick. He was wearing a Git mask.
My dad was jacking his... See, you can go from being like, yeah, I've lived in LA for a couple years, and if you're just honest, within 3 minutes, you could be like, and then my dad had the GIMP mask on and pouring wax on his balls while my mom kissed me.
I was talking to a guy yesterday.
This is good.
I was talking to a guy yesterday, and it came up that I was from Nashville, and he just immediately said, I was in Nashville pretty recently. A 13-year-old robbed me.
Yeah, I mean, you got it. That's kind of perfect.
Yeah.
Because it's not, like, sensitive.
Yeah.
You know? You're talking to another adult who got robbed by a kid. You don't have to worry about their feelings.
Yeah.
And if you do, that person kind of sucks. If you're talking to somebody that's like, oh, don't make fun of me for getting robbed by a 13-year-old, it's like, get over it.
Well, it's funny because I was just like, that sounds like Nashville. I know a couple people that got robbed by kids.
I mean, that's who's doing a lot of the robbing.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. Kids will rob you. Kids will kill you. I knew a guy very fleetingly, not that well, that got killed by a kid. He's just killed on his porch.
I mean, if you're like 30 years old robbing people, you're like not even doing well as a criminal.
It does feel like you could be doing other stuff, but I feel like...
That's for like homeless people.
Yeah.
By the time you're 30, you should have 13-year-olds you're telling to rob people.
You should have a crew,
if
dumbass.
That's the life you're choosing.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like with robbing people, though, it's like, it's less about like that you want it and more that like you want them to not have it.
Don't you think it's just about needing it?
I think you do need it, but it's like there's like a part of you that's just like, it pisses me off you have anything. Because I have nothing.
I think that could be like what, gets you the emotion needed to carry out the act. But like the driving force is just a base necessity.
Yeah.
You're sitting in your house, you don't have anything, you can't eat. Like,
well, you can't eat, and then you get mad, and then you're like, that guy has stuff.
That's why I'm saying the core of it is needing stuff, because that's the only thing that even would beget
But the
anger.
satisfaction is knowing you have that person doesn't have anything anymore.
Yeah, I'm just saying that's a secondary effect. Because if you had enough stuff, you wouldn't be mad at other people having stuff.
Yeah.
So you need to start with having nothing to even care about other people having anything. And then that anger juices you up to go, okay, let's walk out the door.
With this pistol.
It's like
with this fake pistol that I spray painted the tip of.
Yeah. It's like Luigi got fucked over by the insurance, but it was the back pain gave him the anger needed to go kill a guy.
Well, yeah, it probably that chronic pain fucks your brain up.
You need, you need to be driven by emotion. And I think that's the issue is like a lot of people don't have what they need, but we're sort of kept emotionally stagnant by the system and having, Netflix and somewhat of enough food to get by that most people aren't like staging revolutions.
Boy, I love Netflix.
And even the powers
I love Disney Plus. I love...
Which we're now owned by.
Yes.
The powers that be probably love robbing, because they're like, if they stopped robbing, they would kill us.
Woohoo! I'm Mickey Mouse. I fuck little kids.
You can't say that. We're owned by Disney.
Well, no, we're allowed to say that because we're owned by Disney, so we're able to use the Mickey Mouse thing. The thing is,
you're gonna fuck up this whole deal, Bob.
They told us.
Bob,
they told us we have to advertise Disney products.
Bob Iger called me 30 minutes before you showed up and said, "Do not let Shane talk as Mickey Mouse and say I fuck kids. We can't afford that. It's bad for business. Don't let him do it."
Woohoo!
Dude.
I hit a 14-year-old girl in the head with a hammer.
Dude.
And then I finger fucked her.
We don't have the money to pay back you know what that was?
What?
That was $10 million. Do you have it?
I'm a free speech guy.
I don't have it.
I'm a free speech guy.
I'm not a free speech guy.
I
am a corporate speech guy.
They can't take away our free speech just because we work for them.
Yes, they can, and they have.
I looked at the contract. I didn't sign shit. I wrote down. I
have power of attorney over you.
I wrote down Bug Chaser McGee as my name. And that's not my name.
I want to say getting power of attorney over you was the easiest thing I've done in my entire life. I went to a federal building. I'm not going to say which one because I don't have to. I'm under no obligation to. I went to a federal building as I'd like to get power of attorney over Shane Bianchi. They looked at your files and they said, that nobody cares. And I said, nobody cares. They said he's poor and he's not famous and he ain't got no bitches. He ain't got no bag. So you can have power of attorney over him.
Here's what I've always said about... I
also signed you up for a dance class with power of attorney.
Well, thank you, but why is the government always trying to say that I got no bitches and no bag and that... Why are they haters?
Well, it's the job of the state to hate. That's all the state does is hate. It looks at nature and says, you're not nature, you're natural resources. So they look at you, a human being with a whole life, complex emotions, thoughts, theories, intelligence, and they go, yeah, but how many bitches does that get? How much bag does that get? You know?
I'm a fucking artist. It doesn't actually get you any bitches.
No.
It is funny. It's like, you could get... People are like, well, I'm doing this so I can get women. And it's like, being actually good at anything, unless you're great, you're not going to get bitches. The process, you're not getting any bitches. You need to be bad at something. And boring to get bitches.
At our level, the women you get from doing stand-up are other women who do stand-up. And if you do that long enough, then you've fucked a bunch of people you work with.
And they hate you.
And that's not a good idea.
You fucked a bunch of people you worked with, and they fucking hate you.
And you go...
And then they don't feel comfortable going anywhere that you go.
And you go, this wasn't so good.
This wasn't a good idea. I really made things a lot harder for somebody.
So you got to get famous so women in other places who don't do stand-up go, I'd like to have sex with you.
Yeah.
But before that, it's just women you've known for years that go, you're kind of cute.
And you're like, thank you. You'll find out I'm also not that good of a guy.
You'll find out I'm a big disappointment personally.
Yeah.
And now begins the process of disappointing you personally. Because I have not grown.
And you're going to feel very uncomfortable going to these comedy shows.
Oh, you think I'm nice? Well, wait till you find out I'm not a man yet. Wait till you find out I'm just a little boy. There's no men in comedy.
There's a couple. I mean, I don't know, though. I mean, I don't think there's men in a lot of places.
Where the men at?
Yeah.
Where the motherfuckers with morals and vision at?
They on Hinge and Raya, dude.
You love dating app. You're addicted to dating apps. You love writing prompts that are funny and mention The Office, going on dates.
They're killing us, man. They're killing it. They've done everything to kill us. We're all dead.
I'm glad I'm bi.
Well, yeah. You have the only efficient dating app.
I think it helps stop incel thoughts. Of just being like, nobody wants to fuck me. It's like, well, that's not true. I can go fuck a guy. It's not the only way to stop it. I mean, you're straight and you're not an incel.
I guess not.
But
I mean, I feel like you can have sex and still be an incel. I think anyone is capable of it. I think sex addicts are kind of incel, like they have the same sort of thoughts, you know? I guess it's kind of it's... Guys are really good with women, really hate them. You talk to a guy who's really good at women, they're like, look at that woman. Her body's disgusting.
Yeah. It's really uncomfortable to hear some men talk. Because you're just like, you walk around thinking like that? You're like the Terminator.
Wait a minute, you hate women's bodies?
Flat.
Isn't it crazy to think, like, the tit thing is crazy. I mean, I had this thought the other day that it's like, feeling like demanding like anything more than an A cup is kind of like consumerist. It's like...
Is it fascist? Is
maybe
it bourgeoisie?
It's like... Because it's like... Get over it.
I mean,
who you love isn't really... That's not like gonna... You can't like make demands. That's crazy to make demands.
No, I mean, we've talked about it before. Anybody that has like a type that they stick to is like, what are you, a eugenicist? Like, what is this? What are you talking about? There's nothing more exciting than meeting a lady and being like, oh, I want to fuck this lady. I didn't know it, I'd fuck this lady. I don't have a list of attributes.
Yeah.
And if I did, then I wouldn't want to fuck this lady.
If I had a list of attributes, that would make me a vile person, wouldn't it?
It just seems so opposite to actually being attracted to somebody. Because I feel like it's nice to look at somebody and be like, look at that nose.
Yeah.
I didn't know. I want to fuck that nose.
That is crazy. Some people out there just could never look at an ugly person and be attracted to them.
The fuck? You shouldn't know what your list is. Your list should appear to you and should grow and should be amorphous.
If you ain't never loved an ugly bitch, you a dumb motherfucker.
Like, the only list of things I'm attracted to that I have are things that people I've had sex with have. That I just now know. That I go, oh, I like that.
Sometimes you're attracted to stuff you're not attracted to. Sometimes you'll be dating somebody, they got fucked up teeth, and you're like, I love your fucked up teeth. Yeah. I love your horrific fucking terrible jaw.
If you love somebody, then anything odd about them becomes very hot.
You're like, ah, shit, you're a 33-year-old woman with acne? That's awesome.
Yeah. I think
it's weird because I sound like I'm being sarcastic, but I'm not.
I love people with odd faces. Odd faces are very hot.
Do you, though? Like, the thing is, it's like, is it hot, or is just the people that you've liked you were attracted to?
Well, there's people that I just don't know that well that they have like a bit of an odd look and I find them attractive. I don't know them that well personally.
You think it's because they look like you?
No.
I really don't like... I don't know. I'm not attracted to women that look like my family at all. I don't really like... I will say that. I'm not into dark hair, but I can be swayed.
I don't really think... You're not really attracted to people necessarily that... I mean...
I feel like if you looked at the lineage... Like, if you looked at, like, every woman I've dated, you would see very little similarities.
The actual, like, attractiveness, like, that's, like, innate and subconscious is from, like, pheromones and stuff. It's not really, like, visual cues. But, yeah, if somebody has, like, a very... I don't have any kind of list of things I'm attracted to, but I've noticed in the past that I'm attracted to features that are like generally striking.
I was thinking about the concept of a cute couple. You see a cute couple? I feel like a couple should kind of not make sense.
Those are the ones people like the most.
Yeah.
Because it just, if you see something visually that doesn't make sense, it then makes you go, well, there must be something I'm not seeing that makes sense. And then you think that thing is love.
Yeah, you really, like, that's what's weird about online is occasionally you'll see a post a woman makes. It's like a woman with her ugly boyfriend. And it's like, when I see the ugly boyfriend, I'm like, this guy must be, like, brilliant.
It's just
there must be like something really good about this guy, or there must be something like really good about her.
Well, I think it's not even good on either side. It's just like those people really like each other. You see short, fat guy, tall, beautiful woman, you go, they love each other.
Yeah.
They love each other. It's not really that he's amazing or she's amazing. It's just
sometimes
that
you'll see
something
couples,
about them gels.
You'll see couples. I see this at the store a lot, and it'll just be like, you two were there.
What?
You two were there. That's how you got together. You were there. You were there. You were there.
And thank God.
So now you guys can not be alone because you're just incapable of not being alone. You're incapable of being alone. That really is such a vile thing, as people being unable to be alone. People with low self-esteem really fucking suck.
Well, it's just happening. I mean, people feel more lonely than ever. So there's more and more couples that are just sort of two people kind of filling each other's time.
There's a lot of dead air on this episode. I think we're just tired, and we're in an uncomfortable environment.
What do you mean? These chairs are awesome.
Well, we're just in a new place where this is a different season.
I think it's been good. I think we've had a lot of good thoughts.
Yeah, you're right. I'm just being like...
That was the longest dead air of the whole episode.
You're right.
And we're leaving it in.
I was just being self-conscious.
You know, people get obsessed with broadcasting. They're like, oh, dead air, dead air. You know what? Why can't the audience have a fucking second to think?
You know what? You're right.
I think you guys deserve to take a moment to yourself.
Go out, smoke a cigarette, come back. We'll be talking about
You don't
something.
even need to pause the episode. We'll stop talking. You go smoke, and we'll chill. Because this isn't about broadcasting. It's not about you're watching a show. It's about we're living, you're living, we're living together.
In fact, let's just do 5 minutes of silence. You and me don't have to say anything at all. We can just be comfortable with each other, because that's the point our relationship's at.
Let's do...
You know, me and Cooper don't even have to talk to each other.
You know, me and Shane are such good friends. We're able to just sit in a moment. A lot of these pods are like, oh, they're such good friends, they can joke around with each other. Yeah, but can they just be? Can they just be who they are? Bobby Lee?
Yeah. Can't you just, like, respect somebody and value them in your life? You don't gotta make all these fucking jokes.
Yeah. Andrew Scholes, can you look the other 19 guys on your podcast in the eye for 10 seconds straight and just be able to know without words that you appreciate each other?
No, because if you sat there and thought, you'd think about how you can't make a baby.
You can't make a baby, Andrew. Why can't you make a baby?
I don't understand, Andrew.
Also, thank you for watching, Andrew Schultz. I know you're a big fan of the podcast. I don't mean to come at you.
I know, we're not making fun of you for being infertile. It's just fucking weird. It just doesn't make any sense.
I mean, get it together.
What's wrong with you?
What happened? How'd that happen?
Was the water bad in Manhattan?
Why's your cum so stupid?
Yeah.
Your cum can't take the L train to the pussy?
It's really messed up. It's like your cum must actually... Like, the thing is, you know, you date women and they've drank some cum. So when you cum in their mouth, they can probably taste that you can't make babies.
Why'd you make them drink lies, Andrew? Why'd you make them drink...
Why you squirting a falsehood on their face, dumbass?
You live in sin. Every day you live in sin.
I can't make a baby. Here's my special about it. Motherfucker, don't even be around me if you can't make a baby.
I swear to God. I hate motherfuckers that can't make babies. A guy that chooses not to, fine, whatever.
Yeah. If you don't want to have a baby, that's fine. But if you can't make a baby, I mean, that's messed up.
You useless, you stupid.
Unless you're a woman. I think infertile women are fine.
No, they're great. They're beautiful.
They're beautiful.
They're beautiful and they're valid. But men that can't. Holy shit.
You only had that's so like a woman that can't make a baby, it's like they have to go through so much work. But if you're a man that can make a baby, it's like you were on easy mode and you fucking failed.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. We should be able to castrate them.
Yeah.
We should turn them into eunuchs. Andrew Schultz, how do you feel about that, becoming a eunuch? Put on the robe.
Sounds pretty flagrant.
That's okay. I like the way you said it the first time.
Anyway, that shit pisses me off.
Makes you mad?
Yeah, because it's just thinking about it, where it's just like your body can't do the one thing it's designed to do. The fuck? How useless are you?
What if you can't? We don't know that yet. We could both be infertile.
Well, I'm trying. The thing is...
Are you trying to have a kid?
I'm trying to be infertile.
Oh.
But the thing is, with this guy, is his body just came out sucking ass. My body, as far as I know, has always been good.
Yeah, I mean, you make so many cool sounds.
Yeah.
That's how you... See, like, a good engine makes a lot of sounds. And if you're around Shane enough, you know that he's like... and that means that you're...
my body trying to say thank you.
It means you're high octane. Most people just have little hybrid engines. They rumble, they don't make any sounds, they work fine. But yours is like a Lamborghini. It's either going 100 miles per hour or it's broken down.
My body, I don't know what to do about it. I keep quitting stuff. It keeps being like, that's not enough. It's like, I quit that other thing you hated. Give me some slack. Cut me some fucking slack. I know that I'm upping the other bad stuff because I can't deal with not quitting that shit.
Yeah, the body's a bit of a dick.
The body's like, you should eat more vegetables. And it's like, how?
You got to buy them and cook them.
You got to buy them.
Vegetables
when they give you free food, it's never vegetables. I would eat that.
Vegetables are really cheap, though.
They are.
Vegetables are...
There's so much stuff I could be doing that's just like, I have to go to the grocery store.
Yeah, well, you need an oven, too.
I do. I could just get vegetables.
You could buy broccoli, cover it in fucking olive oil, salt, and pepper, throw it in the oven for, like, barely any time. And it tastes good.
My life sucks ass, dude. Because of my own choices.
I don't know. I mean, you're pretty good at the stuff you are interested in. I think it's just buying an oven and cooking vegetables doesn't really inspire you.
It doesn't. It seems like a lot of work.
It's not.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
It's like a day of work. It's like 4 hours. It's like going to Best Buy, buying an oven, having them deliver it, and then while they're delivering it, going to the market on the way home and buying broccolini and olive oil.
Yeah.
That's the work. But I will say, once you run out of food, you go, God damn, I don't want to go back to the market.
That's more the thing, is like the grocery store. I hate a trip to the grocery store.
Who fucking doesn't? It sucks in there. Because everybody's in there.
It's funny, is like, yeah, the fucking Vons near me, there's always a guy freaking out. There's always a guy like freaking out inside, having a bad day. My roommate like said he almost got robbed in that Vons, and he tried to call the police, and they're like, we don't go there.
I mean, it's crazy to be like, because I think you're talking about the Vons off Vermont. Across the street is a Ralph's I would go to. Now I got to find a new fucking groceries. I don't even know where to go. But the
go
Ralph's...
to Walmart now.
I'm not going to Walmart.
Go to Walmart.
My mom detested Walmart. My mom never had a lot of rules, but she was like, we don't go to Walmart and we don't eat Miracle Whip. She was...
Miracle Whip is disgusting.
Yeah. My mom wasn't like... I don't think they were poor, but they were never very rich, and they had too many kids, and her dad was never good at business, so they were always like, maybe lower middle class, but that...
I don't believe in the lower middle class.
Well, whatever, man.
I don't believe in that.
Whatever you believe in, they weren't very rich people. And her father shot himself in the head because he was never good at business, which sounds like lower middle class to me. But that makes you the type of person that she is, where she's like, we don't do some things.
Yeah.
Because you look at your life as a kid and you go, my children will be better. And she was never hard on me, but I think the most I could disappoint my mother is like, if I am not cozy and if I'm eating Miracle Whip. So where she'd be like, that's all I wanted for you, is to not be fucking trash.
Well, now you could take a photo. If you really want to prank your mom on April Fool's Day, you could take a photo you like lying on a rock eating Miracle Whip.
Yeah, she'd be pissed.
Look at how not comfortable I am.
Yeah.
I love Miracle Whip and not being comfortable.
When I still lived at home, I would always just make my mom nervous because I would just like walk in with, the clothes I wore, and then I'd sit on the couch and like watch TV with my shoes on, and she'd be like, please get comfortable. I tried to build a life for you. Please be comfortable.
I don't remember who said about taking your shoes off. These people, I guess I'm wearing my shoes because out of politeness, but it's like, if I can take my shoes off, I'll take them off. If I'm in an environment where shoes can be taken off, they're coming off.
Well, you could have said something. In the future, you can take your shoes off. I pay rent here. I got discretion on whether or not people's shoes are on or off. That's what's good about having a place to live, is you get to decide what people do with their feet.
Yeah.
And sometimes some people tell them, get them out.
Yeah, some people demand the shoes off.
You come into my house, I want to see your feet.
You see my socks.
Nobody describes it that way.
My socks might be No, they're not.
Some people describe it as like, oh, I don't want you to get my floor dirty. But the truth is,
I want you to feel at home.
No. The truth is, they want to see your socks. They're perverts. Every Asian person is a pervert. So nobody talks about.
I always wonder about those stereotypes about the Asians. Always get the stupidest stereotypes of like, you got to take your shoes off when you go inside. They take photos, and it's like, who the fuck doesn't do those things?
Yeah. Well,
you mean they take they're like, they're visitors to New York City. The fuck?
Well, yeah, every stereotype about Asians is just like a sensible thing to do.
Yeah. They're good at math, and it's like, what the
yeah, it's like,
you should be.
Yeah, you should do that. Yeah,
like, look at how much these guys suck. They're so much smarter about what they do.
Those motherfuckers instill a lot of discipline in their kids. Can you believe it? It's like, yeah, that's why they're kind of crushing it.
Yeah, they're killing us.
Kind of almost anywhere they are, they're doing pretty good.
Well, I don't know. There's been periods of time where they were like fascists and stuff, I guess.
They had 100 years of humiliation. It's a lot of years of humiliation. If you think you're going through a hard time, China went through 100 years of humiliation. So you can always
If you live
back.
to 100, you do have 100 years of humiliation.
Oh my God, that would suck. What if you were born at the beginning of the 100 years of humiliation, you lived to be 100? Your whole life was living in a country that was humiliated.
You never knew what not being humiliated felt like.
And you're like, I hope this fucking ends, And then...
It does not?
No, it does.
Well, it doesn't for you.
Not for you. That's what life is like sometimes.
You walk around, you're like, am I cursed? You're born on the first day of the century of humiliation?
The hell did I do wrong? And
I'm getting all of it?
And that's the Dagnabbit boys type of people of the week, the Han Chinese.
Keep it going, man. Keep it applaud. We need an applaud button. We need like a little thing. Well, that was a fun episode. We got into basically everything.
We covered everything, so if that's not enough...
We don't really need to make another episode.
This might be the last one.
It probably will be. Cooper's moving to the Northeast.
I hope you liked it.
Stay funny.
Stay funny.
Forever.